Why is it that when Black Americans defend themselves, suddenly they are the problem? When someone disrespects them, they speak up, and now they are being too aggressive. Really? But why? When when they try to match energy, when they respond to disrespect, suddenly it's a problem. Literally, an Asian lady called Black Americans dirty. She generalized an entire people. And when Black Americans respond, now they are the ones causing trouble. Here's the truth. Black Americans matching energy isn't the problem. Disrespect is. She generalized the insult, yet when they push back, it seems as escalation. This isn't new anymore. So why is accountability turned into aggression? Why is it easier to generalize than to accept? They are standing up for themselves. Watch this video, reflect on it, and let me know because this isn't about issues, it's about fairness. But before we go further, my name is Faith, and you're welcome back to Chat with Faith. If this is your first time here, I'm glad you found this channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a conversation. And as always, credit goes to the original creators for every single clip used in this episode. This video is for educational purposes and awareness. It is not meant to hate or discriminate against anyone. The real goal is to discuss challenges and perspective openly and respectfully. We've got more clips and conversation coming your way. So stay tuned. Let's chat.
So this Haitian girl got on a podcast and said, dirty Black Americans, being stupid, being ignorant, right? But now I'm looking all over TikTok. I'm just seeing a bunch of videos of Americans literally coming out the woodworks and having a lot to say about Haitians. I saw this video where this girl was like, oh, I used to live in this street called Little Haiti in Miami, and a bunch of Haitians were dirty, so it's crazy that they're calling us dirty. And I'm just like, y'all are literally acting as if the whole community of Haitians came together and said Black Americans are dirty. It was one person that said that. Come for her. Don't come for the whole community of Haitians. The stuff that you guys are saying is really just showing how y'all really feel about Haitians. Y'all are showing your true colors because it's giving, oh my God, I've been thinking this whole time. I can finally say it. Yes. The fact that it only takes one person to say something stupid and now y'all are getting on the internet bashing Haitians like this, tread lightly. Tread lightly. Thank ya. Bisous.
I kind of see why Aaron from Attack on Titans, I see why he took out 80% of the world. I see it all clear now. And I see it like in real time, like in real life right now. It's crazy. I understand. Because I'm not understand how one culture is coming after an entire culture because of one lady. Because of one lady. One lady, I'm going to say us Haitians don't even claim. I'm not even going to lie to you. The same way the Black Americans are upset at that Haitian lady for saying what she said about Black Americans, I'm upset at her too. A lot of us are. Because she's an actionnaire. She is what we call actionnaire because she went on there for no reason and said it for no reason. It was stupid. But the way y'all coming after Haitians does not make sense because of this one lady. And if you watch anime like me, you guys know that Aaron had crushed 80% of the world because he wanted there to be one enemy. He wanted one person to be blamed and he wanted to be himself because he did not understand, and it was kind of ridiculous that two different backgrounds were going against each other for something that happened years prior that nobody was alive for. But the way that y'all are choosing to attack an entire culture based off of history, something that you low-key wasn't a part of, you weren't there for, but you're using it to attack an entire culture, it kind of doesn't make sense to me. It's not like you were there. Like, if y'all want to go after this lady for her looks, for whatever, be my guest. But to come after an entire culture based off of what happened in the past or what y'all did for us or what we did for y'all, I get it, but then again, this isn't a situation where that should apply. You know what I'm saying? That lady said one slick thing out her mouth. Attack her. Leave the Zoes alone. Like, leave us alone. Like, we ain't do nothing. Just come after her. Shit. I'm mad at her too. The same way I thank my ancestors for doing what they did for Haiti to be free, I thank y'all ancestors for doing what they did for y'all to be free. I get it. But that I don't think what our ancestors did is what should be the attack to another culture. I hope y'all picking up what I'm dropping down. And that's why Aaron got rid of 80% of the world, because he was like, what happened back then, thousands of years ago or however many years ago, should not affect how we affect each other or talk to each other now or treat each other now. So yeah, like if you catch my drift. So just be mad at that one lady. Don't be mad at the entire culture. Please don't. Let's not do that.
Some people from Haiti, they live in the country on mud roads, man. They eat mud.
See, we're not doing that. We're not gonna do that. We're not doing that at all. What she said was not okay. It was very uneducated and very illiterate, but that's the same dish. Y'all motherfuckers dished us for decades on spam, being illiterate and ignorant. Back in the 80s when HIVs hit the streets, y'all was illiterate and ignorant. Back in 05 when y'all was saying we ate trees, we ate cats. 2012, y'all made fun of our earthquake that killed thousands. Y'all made fun of that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that little play.
Haitians definitely ate those cats. I mean, let's be serious. Let's be honest. I'm from North New Jersey. I also lived in Irvington, New Jersey, and there are a lot of Haitians there, and we have seen some things. But since we're all talking about our experience with Haitians, we might as well put it out on the table. Black Americans, Indigenous American Indians, it is I, Kenadaway, the fifth great grandson of Nat Turner, one of the greatest freedom fighters of all time. Listen, so this Haitian woman wants to know why people have all this smoke for Haitians. I don't know if we can help her find the answer. Maybe, maybe not, but take a look at this video and come back to me.
One Zoe girl done came out and went on a damn podcast and talked about yayas and called them dirty Americans. Now all of y'all coming out the closet, y'all going into details about what Haiti is going through, all types of this, all types of that. Like, I just feel like y'all was looking for a reason. Cause why y'all ain't just go for her neck? Y'all coming for everybody now. Like, it's giving y'all been wanting to start something. Y'all was just waiting for a moment. Like, come on now, relax.
Black Americans, Indigenous American Indians, what's really going on? Listen, it's a spiritual war out here. Look, the Haitian woman insulted Black Americans, called them dirty Black Americans. Y'all are dirty Black Americans. That's what y'all are. So Black Americans just reminded her where she comes from. That's it. That's all. I mean, what did you want Black Americans to do? Say, oh, no, please don't talk about us like that. No, if you're going to call us dirty, we have to remind you where you come from. So that's when people started showing Haitians living conditions in Haiti, the poverty, the dirt cookies and the dirt pies, eating that as sustenance with no nutritional value.
They look a lot like pancakes or cookies. The recipe passed down from generations here in Haiti. Women spend entire days making them. Kids seem to enjoy them. But these patties, known as bonbon terres by the Haitians who eat them, are a grim reminder of just how poor this Caribbean nation is. They aren't sweet, they're hard to swallow, and add almost nothing in terms of nutrition, because the cookies are actually made of dirt.
Haiti is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. 80% of the people are living below the poverty line. 2/3 of the children suffers from malnutrition. 1 out of every 14 child will not live to see their 5th birthday. Life expectancy for men is 51 years of age, and for women is 54.
Here are images of Chada and La Fossette, some of Okap's most infamous bidonvilles or ghettos. In my 30 years visiting, things just get more and more intense for the masses of Haiti. You can appreciate from here some of the difficulties that everyday people go through. If you want to have a sense of how active the Haitian state is in defending the Haitian people, this is the Haitian state. This is the Haitian state summarized in one 50-second video.
I mean, that's not a joke. That's actually something that exists. So you call somebody dirty and you're eating dirt cookies. How is that not logical to talk about? Now listen, what you guys don't understand is that everyone isn't going to play nice with you when you insult them. The disrespect, talking about the disrespect. In your comments, somebody asks, what is a yaya? I guess that's a term for Black Americans, Yankee or American. And you said in your comments to a Black American, just say you're not from Florida. They accept it down here. That's what we call them, basically paraphrasing. Black Americans don't like to be called Yankees and yayas. So how dare your disrespectful Haitian ass hoist your camera up to say what's right and what's wrong, and you disrespect Black Americans, Americans. Make it make sense. Now, I don't know why everyone has smoke, particularly for Haitians. We could find out, though. We're going to consult with my ChatGPT Cerebro, and we're going to find out why other Caribbean lands have restrictions against Haitians. Now, Haitians, your claim to fame is that you set everyone free in the Black realm of things, despite the fact that Black Americans had many revolts before you. You didn't inspire us. Listen. So with that being said, why are other Caribbean lands turning against Haiti? This is a bigger issue. It's not just about Black Americans. It's a world issue. Let's find out. What countries, as of 2026, has banned Haitians from entering?
All right, Ken Nottaway, let's break this down with precision, clarity, and that deeper intuitive insight you're after. As of early 2026, there are a handful of nations that have implemented formal bans or severe entry restrictions on Haitian nationals. But it's not a global blanket ban like some might assume. Here's the real terrain. 1. United States, full entry ban on Haitian nationals. The United States government's expanded travel ban, issued under presidential proclamation and effective January 1st, 2026, includes Haiti on the list of countries whose citizens are fully banned from entering the U.S. unless they qualify for very narrow exceptions, such as diplomats, certain special cases, or existing valid visas. This ban applies to both immigrant and non-immigrant visas, tourism, student visas, work visas, etc. Haitian nationals are included alongside countries like Afghanistan, Libya, Yemen, and Iran in this full suspension of entry list. Number 2, the Bahamas, practical entry block for Haitians traveling to U.S. visa interviews. Officially, the Bahamas hasn't declared a nationwide ban on Haitians entering the country in all contexts, but in practice, as of late 2025, it refused to allow Haitian passport holders to enter for the purpose of attending U.S. visa interviews held in Nassau. This has the effect of barring many Haitian travelers from even reaching the Bahamas for that specific immigration process. So while it's not a legal ban on Haitian nationals in every case, in context, it functions as a barrier for those seeking U.S. visas. Number 3, wider regional de facto restrictions across the Caribbean. In the Caribbean region, especially among CARICOM states, there's been a trend in visa policy tightening against Haitian passport holders. Updated data shows that only 2 CARICOM countries, Grenada and Montserrat, currently allow visa-free entry for Haitians, meaning all other Caribbean countries now require visas, and some have effectively throttled entry or increased barriers. This doesn't equate to explicit entry bans like the U.S. policy, but the visa requirements and tightened borders create a scenario where Haitian nationals are functionally excluded from traveling to most Caribbean nations unless they secure visas, which many cannot. Additionally, there are reports, anecdotally and in migration forums, that some islands such as Barbados, St. Kitts and Nevis, and the Bahamas have closed or tightened their doors to new Haitian arrivals, driven by immigration pressures, even if these aren't formal diplomatic bans. Summary, countries or entities restricting Haitian entry. As of 2026, formally banned, national level legal entry prohibition. United States, Haitian nationals fully barred from entry under expanded travel ban. Functionally restrictive, practical barriers, exclusion policies. The Bahamas, restricted entry for Haitians seeking U.S. visa processing. Many Caribbean nations, visa requirements are now imposed on Haitians, with only 2, Grenada and Montserrat, allowing visa-free access, creating effective travel barriers for most of the region. Hidden layer. Behind these bans isn't just geopolitics, it's fear, economic pressure, and regional instability. Haiti's ongoing crises ripple outward, prompting neighboring states to tighten borders not necessarily out of hostility, but out of resource scarcity and governance challenges. What feels like exclusion on the surface is often a complex interplay. Security policy meets economic survival. If you want, I can map out a full global list of where Haitian passports are allowed, visa-free or visa on arrival too. That contrast will show exactly how isolated Haitian travel has become worldwide.
What are the reasons these lands are putting these restrictions on Haitians from their perspective?
All right, Ken Nodaway. Let's get real about why governments are tightening the doors on Haitian nationals right now. From their own perspective, without the usual sugarcoating, but with the spiritual systemic clarity you vibe with. These policies didn't come out of thin air. They grew out of political pressures, perceived risks, domestic concerns, and geopolitical relationships. Here's the breakdown on the main narratives governments officially give for restricting Haitian entry. 1. U.S. National Security and Immigration Control. The U.S. has framed its travel ban on Haitian nationals, alongside other countries, around several key claims. National security risks. The U.S. government says its travel restrictions are about protecting homeland security, citing concerns that insufficient vetting systems in Haiti, e.g., a lack of centralized law enforcement data, passport controls, or reliable security cooperation, could make it hard to ensure who is entering the country legally. Visa overstay and migration patterns. American officials have cited high rates of visa overstays for Haitian visitors as evidence of weak return compliance. In the official proclamation, it mentions that without better data sharing and control measures, U.S. immigration systems could be undermined. Pressure to reform and cooperate. In their messaging, these travel bans are sometimes couched as a strategy to pressure the Haitian government to improve security cooperation, screening, and law enforcement protocols. 2. The Bahamas. Reacting to U.S. policy and domestic issues. The Bahamas isn't saying we hate Haitians, but its government has explicitly pointed to the U.S. travel restriction policy as the reason it won't admit Haitians for U.S. visa interviews. Their official statement makes clear they won't allow Haitian nationals to enter just to go to U.S. diplomatic visa interviews, because U.S. policy already bars Haitians from entering the states. From their government's view, allowing them into the Bahamas only to be denied by the U.S. would be pointless and could strain their resources. Additionally, the Bahamas has been strengthening anti-smuggling laws, signaling concern that the islands are being used or could be used as a transit point for irregular migration toward the U.S., especially via dangerous boat journeys. 3. Other countries and regional views, e.g. CARICOM states. Many Caribbean nations haven't issued explicit formal bans on Haitians, but visa requirements and tighter border policies are emerging regionally. The justifications from their government's vantage points include domestic security and resource concerns. Small island nations with limited infrastructure and public services are wary of large migration flows that could overwhelm housing, healthcare, jobs, and social systems. Regional stability. Pressure Caribbean governments often argue they must be cautious due to Haiti's ongoing political instability, economic collapse, gang violence, and lack of functioning central authority. These situations make irregular migration flows harder to manage and raise security concerns across borders. External diplomatic influences. Some nations weigh pressures from larger powers, especially the U.S., which emphasize migration control. Policies that sound like visa requirements for Haitians sometimes reflect broader regional strategies around border security more than outright animosity. The narrative governments offer. Summary. From the outside looking in, these are the official reasons nations put forward: national security and vetting weaknesses, high visa overstay figures and irregular immigration, pressure to improve cooperation with law enforcement and identity systems, domestic resource and service considerations in smaller nations, avoiding becoming transit points for migration to other countries. What that really reveals beneath the surface. Here's the deeper cosmic pulse. These policies are not just about Haitians. They are about how powerful states interpret vulnerability as risk and human movement as threat. When a country collapses, politically, economically, socially, people move. But the dominant world order labels that movement a problem instead of a symptom of global inequity. So from a governmental lens, these restrictions are framed as defense, but from a human lens, especially a Haitian lens, they're often experienced as exclusion, punishment, and neglect of root causes, like relentless poverty, centuries of extraction, and ongoing instability that the global community has failed to address sustainably. If you want, Cerebro can take it further, like breaking down how historians and migration scholars interpret these policies vis-a-vis Haiti's history of autonomy, colonial violence, and global geopolitics. That's where the spiritual, that systemic truth starts to show itself.
You know, I really just don't understand why are we the only ones who are expected to brush off disrespect, calling us dirty and then saying, "Oh, well, that's just her experience." Well, y'all are letting this one girl separate us. Okay, it's always this one thing, as if it wasn't 100 things or 1,000 things that happened before that. Every single time something happens, it's always, oh, it's this one thing. It's just that one thing. When one thing adds up to 100 to 1,000, it adds up. So, and y'all only come at us with this type of energy. Like, I noticed that, like, anytime I see disrespectful videos, I never see anybody in the comment section that is checking the person who is being disrespectful. Unless the only time y'all check a person being disrespectful is if they're Black American. If they're any other group, then it's like, let that shit slide. We cool, we good. Just brush it off. Just shake on it. We good. I don't care if you spit in my face. We still good. We still family. You can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want because I'm Black American. So, you know, I'm gonna be the bigger person because I'm Black American. So you could be as disrespectful as you want to be, and I'm just supposed to be like, we're all one, we're all together, we're all the main character anyways. I'm just gonna wipe the spit out of my eye, and I'm still gonna smile in your face. That's what y'all expect. That's not gonna happen. Sorry, not gonna happen. You come with disrespect, you receive disrespect. You don't get love and respect when you come at somebody disrespectfully. You're not gonna get love and respect in return. It just don't work like that, boo-boo.
That Haitian woman that went on that Black American podcast, surrounded by Black Americans, and then completely unprovoked started calling them dirty Black Americans, is why there's being such a push for delineation, especially in the last few years. And for me, I don't really do like the diaspora wars. I don't. But I've always had the understanding that not all skin folk is kinfolk. And I've always had the mindset, I root for everyone that is Black that would also root for everyone Black. So if you're not rooting for me because I'm Black American, I ain't got to root for you. But I always want Black people to be on top. And it's so weird because as she was sitting there, she was dressed as a typical Black American. She wasn't dressed in what they wear in Haiti. She wasn't dressed by whatever a Haitian or traditional Haitian would wear. And I think that's really interesting that you come to America, you dress like us, you look like us, you walk like us, you even have an accent like us, but you can't stand us. Mind you, she has a business in the Bronx doing brows. But why wouldn't you do that in Haiti? We're so dirty. We're so this. And it's a weird, because in the diaspora, there's this weird idea, or this weird, not even idea, this misunderstanding that Black Americans don't know where they're from, or they have no, culture. And it's weird because they consume it. America's biggest export is Black culture, but it's through the lens of white Hollywood. And for me, I watch a lot of K-dramas, I watch a lot of C-dramas. I would never, ever watch, K-dramas, C-dramas, and then go to Korea, and then go to China, and then say, you know what, let me speak on y'all's politics, let me speak on your culture. I would never do that. And yet within the diaspora, that's what constantly happens. They see this, usually a white lens of Black American culture, and then they speak, and then they come here, and then they look around, they say, there's all these programs, there's all these this, I don't understand why you can't get ahead. Meanwhile, the programs that you're utilizing was made and given on the sweat, the tears, the blood, and even the lives of Black Americans, the very people that you claim to hate, the very people that you have no problem, we're constantly having this conversation. It's tiring.
So anyways, I'm just coming back from doing a few errands this morning, and I was on my way home, but I was thinking about the post that I made yesterday concerning the young lady and her comments about Black Americans. And I found it so interesting that my page is fairly small. I don't have this huge great big following. It has grown, but I don't have a huge great big following. But I had my first experience with someone that didn't agree with something that I had said, and so I was just kind of thinking about that all last night. I was just kind of dang, I hate to say the wrong thing to people. I always come on here and I be like, well, I don't want to offend nobody, but I realized when I was sitting there laying in the bed last night, everybody's not gonna agree with you, which of course seems common sense until it happens. And then I was just kind of but some people just got this spirit of argument. They just got an argumentative spirit. I've learned over these past couple of months to be careful where you put your energy. So I just wanted this to be a reminder, your daily reminder, to be conscientious of where you place your energy, because everything and every time somebody open their mouth to go rise up against you, you don't have to respond or rebuttal. And I learned that in my travels last night. But I just wanted to point that out, because I was just dang, some people do just sowing seeds of discord. It's crazy. Or they'll just, it's not necessarily that they come at you in a place to where it's it's an outright argument, but it's with the intention of provoking. And I don't know, I just found that interesting, because I personally don't have time for that. I think that's kind of weird. But crazy things have been done. So I just thought that was really interesting. But anywho, I stand firm on what I said in my video. I don't appreciate being disparaged. I don't appreciate the commentary that oftentimes many Black Americans face And I really would like for that to be rectified. And I don't think that we are the aggressors in that situation. I'm not saying we are perfect, but as a whole, I don't think that we set out to harm anybody or hurt anyone's feelings or disparage anybody. So I stand firm in that, and I think that there's something definitely that needs to be done about it, because collectively we are a collective unit. We are seen the same way wherever we are. You don't go anywhere like, oh yeah, I'm such and such, and they say, oh okay, yeah, we'll be nice to you. No, they see dark skin, they treat you accordingly. So I think as a whole we definitely need to rectify that, but until that happens, I'm 10 toes down with it. So I think we definitely need to, that needs to be managed. But anyway, I hope y'all having a great Saturday. Me and my daughter are about to chill a little bit, and yeah, enjoy your day.
See, my only problem with this whole Haitian topic is that y'all getting on my comments telling me to chill. Chill, chill, chill. It's not all us. It's not all us. But did I or did I not tell y'all I grew up around y'all? Not only Haitians, I grew up around Jamaicans. And y'all always have this attitude about yourselves, right? Like I said, this is based on my experience. And not just me, my mama, my family, we always said it's something about us that makes them not like us. You go around them, they tooting their nose up. They look just like how that girl made their face like, Black America. Yeah, that's how they always looked at us, always talked to us, always was rude. My Haitian friends' parents was always mean as hell. It's like when they saw us come in the house or whatever, why they here? Like, this is literally stuff we've been dealing with growing up around y'all. So to get in my comments, be like, oh, it's not everybody, it's a lot of y'all. And then y'all in the comment sections of our videos being offensive to us as well. Like, y'all are saying things right now about Black Americans to defend yourselves. Like, stop trying to play innocent, bro. That's my whole thing. Like I said, it's not even just about her. This been happening. Like, y'all been had bad attitudes. Y'all been looking down on us. Y'all been tooting y'all nose up at us. Like, this is a common thing with y'all attitudes towards us. And y'all try to say, oh no, y'all act like that towards us. Y'all bullied us in school. Y'all this. Okay. Yeah, you might have been bullied. We all been bullied now, okay? But my thing is, stop trying to play innocent as if y'all didn't have a certain attitude towards us since the beginning. Thank you.
I cannot say I'm surprised by the backlash that the Haitian girl is getting for what she said about Black Americans, because baby, as a person born and raised in the county of Dade, a little Haiti baby, I got many stories and memories and all type of things about Haitians. The main thing I want to address is how y'all trying to sit up here and act like we was just bullying y'all and y'all didn't have no way of protecting yourselves, so y'all had to come together on y'all own, and that's how the Zopound came in, is to protect y'all. Like, all of that is fucking bullshit. I really hate that y'all try to spin this narrative about how y'all came about just because y'all got some jouet, and now y'all trying to act like y'all beginnings ain't y'all beginnings. But I remember being in 4th grade and my 4th grade teacher turning on the local news, and we saw y'all coming off of those boats, being washed up ashore like refugees, and a couple days later, those same kids was in my classroom. I'm not even playing. I'm not even lying. They came straight from the boat, through immigration, got settled in, and was in my classroom the next week, not speaking no English, not knowing anything about us, about our culture, about nothing. Things I could tell y'all, like, first of all, yes, Haitians, y'all did stink and y'all did have a smell. Y'all did not use deodorant. Y'all always used to put on so much cologne over being musty that it became a scent. It became a signature scent of yours, right? Because Black people, we know how to wash our ass and we understand how to use deodorant. So that's the one thing. Too many people acting like they did not come from where the fuck they came from. Okay, the other thing is none of y'all ever had perms. Perms was not a thing for y'all. Straight hair on a Haitian was not a thing. Y'all would wear your hair in little puffs and your natural hair. Y'all never even used to get perms. A lot of y'all did not like to say that y'all was Haitian. A lot of y'all tried to act like y'all was Bahamian because y'all didn't like the stigma of being Haitian. Yes, we used to get on everybody though. Like calling you an African booty scratcher, that's what we all did. Everybody got ranked on. Anybody could get ranked on back then. So it just is what it is. When a lot of Haitians got here, they was living in houses. A lot of them lived on the same street as my great-grandmother. My great-grandmother lived in Little Haiti since like the late 60s, early 70s, before it was Little Haiti. So she's been on that block
longer than any of you motherfuckers that's been there. And quiet as kept, a lot of that used to be Spanish even before it was Haitian too. But at the end of the day, it was always a black neighborhood. It was always the black community. If you know anything about Overtown, you understand that Little Haiti is right there. That was all us. But Spanish people moved in, Haitian people moved in, all these other people moved into our neighborhoods because they put y'all in our neighborhoods. They didn't put y'all in their neighborhoods. So a lot of y'all had houses right next to my grandma. The Haitians that had houses and was like really doing it, they looked like the black people back in the 60s. They used to wear those old school suits with them old school ass long dresses. Like they always looked like they just stepped out of 1965 to me. So it was like they was just cosplaying us, but like decades ago.
There's a video on social media where a lady claimed being Haitian, called Black American Dirty. That created a lot of outrage in the Black American community. So we want investigation. Okay, that lady need to clarify what she said, or we need a full investigation. We have to track that lady to find out who she exactly is, because I don't think somebody can just go somewhere and say something like that. The only thing that I heard is when somebody asked her, where you from? She said, why? Are you Black American? That's the moment. That's what she said. Sometimes they're trying to attack the Asian people, okay? But not me. Not me. Nobody never attack me. I don't allow that. You can try a little bit, but I stop you immediately. And you cannot talk shit about Haiti too. But there was no attack against Haitian people. I don't know why she said that. The only thing I can tell you before you keep talking about Haitian or Haiti this, Haiti that, but because Haiti not governed by itself since 1915. It is governing by USA. Okay, that's why it is like this. If somebody just come like talking bad about another community, you don't have to attack the whole Haitian people. That's what I can tell you. We need investigation. That lady need to come to say why did she say that, and she also need to prove that she's Haitian. Okay, we don't claim that lady.
Let's talk about something that really bothers me. This double standard when it comes to Black Americans. You see, other race feel completely permitted to say whatever they want. They can generalize Black Americans, stereotype them, make hurtful comments, and somehow it's okay. Nobody calls them out for it. Nobody says that's disrespectful. But the moment Black American responds, suddenly they are the problem. Suddenly they are aggressive. Suddenly they love drama. Suddenly they can't reunite. And somehow that's the narrative people want you to believe. This Asian lady walks into a podcast dressed like a Black American woman. And honestly, if she hasn't said she was Haitian, most people wouldn't have known. Mhm. They asked her where she's from, and she reacted in anger, but not just from any anger. She brings up her stereotype, she brings up trauma, and then she says, dirty Black Americans. She didn't point at one person, she didn't say, you over there. She generalized all Black Americans. That's a huge problem. Now, here is where the double standard hits hard. Black Americans respond, call out the generalization, they push back, and suddenly it's oh, you shouldn't have generalized, or you shouldn't have escalated things, or you should have confronted her personally. But hold on, she already generalized it. She didn't say, hey, you personally. She said every Black American is dirty, and they are the ones being told not to escalate. That's not fairness, that's hypocrisy. This isn't new, by the way. It happens every day, online, in schools, social media, workplaces. Speak up, defend yourself, and suddenly you are the problem. That's the reality Black Americans face. And it's exhausting because it's not just about this one lady or this one podcast. It's a pattern. A constant reminder that even when Black Americans accept their dignity, the world wants to twist it as an aggression. So here is the truth. Black American responding to disrespect is not aggression. Matching energy to defend yourself is not a drama. It's accountability. It's standing up for your people. And it's something we have had to do for generations because when they stay silent, disrespect goes unchecked, stereotype goes unchallenged, and injustice continues. So I leave you with this question. Why is it so easy for others to generalize Black Americans, yet so hard for the world to accept that they are simply standing up for themselves? That's the conversation we need to have honestly, openly, and without fear of being labeled troublemakers. If you agree that Black Americans shouldn't apologize for defending themselves, drop a like, share your thoughts in the comments respectfully, and subscribe. Let's keep this discussion going. Call out the double standard and remind the world that standing up for yourself is not a crime, it's dignity. See you in my next video.